As a small boy growing up, when did you first get caught by like the magic of music?
I've always been interested in music as far as I can remember. But it was always the atmosphere and the sound rather than the lyrics or the image of a band or something like that. So even as a small child, I was interested in listening and picking up the moods of the sounds and stuff. So only afterwards, when I was a little bit older, I realized it was always electronic music or the mood side of the music that really attracted me because it's abstract. You can basically make up your own story behind it. And that's what I'm doing till this day. I like the abstractness of it. There's no language. There's no language barrier for people around the world to interpret it in their own way.
There's no restrictions and no borders.
No restrictions. The sky is the limit.
Most people who run a label, when they listen to music, it's almost always work related because you have to check some promos and new artists and tracks that are being sent to you. Is there ever time for you to just listen to music like a normal person, just like a lover of music?
Yeah, I try to. Yeah, I mean, most of the stuff that I do is work related, but I can still really enjoy and really get overwhelmed by something that I hear. For me, the whole art of making music is very interesting. I mean, you can learn from people who are way out of your own discipline, and just see how they manage to come up with their ideas and their take on things, even if they're in a completely different genre or something. And it's also true for disciplines outside music, like film or photography or
Is there anything in particular that made a big impact on you for the last few months?
Well, I'm switching quite fast, so no, not really. I mean, I can name some people, but it's not important for me in maybe a month. Then I've found something different, and I'm into that completely, and then I consume it and I digest it, and then I go on to something new.
Final question: you're doing the Collapse project. Okay, you're working on the Collapse project with Chris. Tell me a little bit about that.
Chris and I have been playing together since probably 2001. Basically, it was because we were playing at the same stage a lot anyway, So at some point we were, making transitions between our sets because our style at the time was quite similar. He asked me for a remix, and I did the remix for his label CLR, and he did a tour for the remix package as a promotion thing. And that's the first time we started playing together for the entire night. And it went so good that we felt, maybe we should hit the studio together and see what we can do. And as soon as we were in the studio, we had a really good workflow and a very nice click. So, in a very short time, we had an album together. And then we started touring with the album, and since then we've been playing 5-6 gigs per year. And it's really fun because in the beginning, when you play with somebody, you have to basically act as a band, So the listening part is more important when you play together with somebody than the playing part. You have to really, blend into each other rather than play against each other. It's not a match or something. It's more like you act like a band. So you listen to what the other person does and you add your little thing to it, and then that goes back and forth. And in the beginning we had like little notes, saying drop the bass or take out the hi-hats or something like this. But now we don't have to communicate anymore at all. We have a really nice flow together, and we have an instinctual thing together. So it works really well, and it's always fun.